The world of massive vegetables is a mysterious and hidden place where rivalry is intense and the measurements are extreme. Join us as we explore the strange and fascinating world of massive produce and get to know some of the quirky individuals who have devoted their lives to being the biggest of them all. Here are the top 10 largest fruits and vegetables ever measured. Number 10. Now, if you were to choose one life goal, I would hope that you would at the very least think about growing the largest strawberry the world has ever seen. There's undoubtedly no better accomplishment, and if you're feeling really ambitious right now and strawberry size matters to you, you should certainly be aware of the kind of opponents you'll face in this quite worthy and significant competition. Currently holding the title of the world's heaviest strawberry grower is Ariel from Israel. The clipboard guys from the large Guinness Book confirmed that his mega strawberry weighed a substantial 10.19 ounces. It was also rather large, measuring 7 inches long, more than 1.5 inches thick, and 13.38 inches in circumference. The strawberry was reportedly grown in Israel during the late January to early February season, and since this year was particularly cold, the mass of the strawberry grew very slowly over the 45 days it took for it to fully ripen and weigh in at its world record size. It appeared that multiple berries fused together at an early stage to become one extra-large fruit. These unusual circumstances actually produced multiple monster fruits on the same farm, with the record breaker being just slightly bigger than the rest. Number 9. This eggplant has lost a lot of its shape and turned into an ugly, round object, but you can't have it all, I guess. Peter, who was competing in the Kana UK National Giant Vegetable Championship in October 2021, is the proud owner of this enormous creation. It weighed in at 6 pounds, 14 ounces, which is about as big as a newborn baby, if you can imagine. In any case, Peter seems to have some kind of green thumb, or maybe his garden is close to a nuclear power plant. Given that he also holds the record for the heaviest potato and cauliflower in history, as well as world records for carrots and onions, this gentleman clearly enjoys bragging about his huge vegetable garden. Number 8. We're moving on from one ridiculous vegetable to the next, and this one is called the world's heaviest marrow. It really exists in the bizarre world of enormous veggies. While most people kind of take things to the next level, Vincent Hales from South Wales and Berry Island in the UK opted to go all the way. He decided to show off his big ones at the Kana UK National Giant Vegetable Championships in September of 2021, and this amusing vegetable stole the show. He managed to produce a monster marrow that weighed 256 pounds 9.8 ounces and could almost put some small cars to shame. This massive one weighed a stunning 50 pounds more than the previous record, measuring 5 feet and 1.8 inches in length. But what was his secret? Well, he says he feeds his marrows with old, nasty fish pieces, which explains his astounding talent growth. Number 7. Well, this man was devoted to his enormous vegetables. Meet Joe Aon, a gardening enthusiast who has set 16 world records, the longest of which was a leek that was 5.75 inches long and the heaviest of which was a 3.74-ounce broad bean pod. He showcased his enormous vegetables at the Kana UK National Giant Vegetable Championship, which is a gathering place for the most eccentric growers to compare their lengths. Number 6. Farmers in the heart of Colombia are busy cultivating fruits the normal way when they unintentionally managed to grow an unprecedentedly large mango. Realizing they had a whopper on their hands, they then raised their mango sapling on the fertile grounds of the San Martin farm, and their efforts literally bore fruit. When they finally harvested, it weighed 9.36 ounces and was definitely no ordinary mango. The scale of their achievement didn't go unnoticed as it was officially recognized as the heaviest mango ever recorded by the clipboard clutching crew at the Guinness Book of World Records. The previous record holder was a very little 7.57-pound mango that was found in the Philippines in 2009. It was a pretty weak mango. Number 5. Chris Kent from the United States likes to test the limits of what's possible when it comes to cultivating watermelons. His journey began in 2010 when he first broke the record for the heaviest watermelon in the world. Not satisfied with that accomplishment, he set out to beat his own record. In fact, Chris almost developed an obsession with large melons. In 2013, he succeeded in growing a watermelon that was so large that it was still unsurpassed to this day. This enormous fruit weighed 350.2 pounds, which is more than 15 times the average watermelon's weight. It also beat the previous record by an amazing 42.5 pounds. What's even more amazing about Chris's feat is that he grew the colossal watermelon from his own seeds, a special blend of the 291 and 274 Kent varieties, which set records and are often highly valued. Small packets with only 3 or 4 of these seeds can sell for as much as $40, making them valuable treasures in the horticultural world, particularly among fans of this unusual large breed of fruits and vegetables. Number 4. The Atlantic giant pumpkin, a large, orange monster native to North America and belonging to the squash family, is undoubtedly the heavyweight champion of the fruit world. These things can grow very large, and in 2021 an Italian grower by the name of Stefano Cruppi went one step further than anyone else by cultivating a colossal pumpkin that tipped the scales at 272 pounds and 13.9 ounces. To put that into perspective, this enormous pumpkin surpassed an average one by over 100 times and was so heavy that it set a record for the largest circumference in competition history. It also outweighed a Nissan car and nearly doubled the weight of the heaviest person ever recorded. The competition to become the world's heaviest pumpkin has been fierce over the years, with the record weight rising steadily and suggesting that there may be more room for larger and larger fruits in the world of giant pumpkin cultivation. The world record for the heaviest pumpkin started out modestly in 1930 with a weight of 92 pounds, but by the end of the 20th century, it had risen to over 1,000 pounds, and these things really keep growing exponentially. How heavy can a pumpkin truly get? According to a mechanical engineer at the Georgia Institute of Technology who has been busy performing a lot of pumpkin summaries, a geometrically perfect pumpkin could theoretically weigh up to 20,000 pounds. Number 3. Among the world's largest veggies, the heaviest onion is undoubtedly the most appetizing, but this one weighs an incredible 19 ounces and 12.4 ounces, the heaviest on record. The grower from the UK named Gareth Griffin deserves all the credit for this incredible accomplishment. At the Harriet Autumn Flower Show in North Yorkshire in September 2023, this exceptionally large onion was officially judged by a panel of judges from the National Vegetable Society. Griffin's achievement completely destroyed the previous record, which had stood since back in 2014 when fellow UK resident Tony Glover grew an exceptionally large onion that weighed 18 pounds 11.84 ounces at the same event. Gareth has spent almost 25 years following in his father's footsteps as a devoted onion farmer. He took the record-breaking feat of growing the world's heaviest onion very seriously, spending more than 13 years researching and gathering inspiration from the likes of legendary competitive vegetable grower and multiple record holder Peter. Number 2. This next one takes the boasting a bit too far. I mean, who wouldn't want to be able to tell people that he's the owner of the longest leek in history? That alone should raise a few eyebrows, if not more. This brings us back to the topic of massive leeks. Paul Rochester, a gardener from County Durham, UK, has found a special formula for success. He just set a world record with a stunning leek that weighed an impressive 23 pounds and 4.02 ounces. Rochester mentions his late father Wilfred, who was also an expert vegetable planter and a fan of swing music, for his extraordinary habit of listening to Glenn Miller's music while tending to his vegetables. This method explains his extraordinary skill at growing leeks. Moonlight Serenade and In the Mood were among the classics Wilfred used to stock his greenhouse with. Paul's massive leek beat his own world record, which he had only set the year before when he grew a 21 pounds, 8-ounce leek with musical accompaniment. In addition, Rochester stressed the value of plenty of fertilizers with good water quality and, of course, gentle care in order to cultivate his amazing leeks. Number 1. Without a doubt, when you think of a lemon, it's probably about the size of your palm or smaller. However, picture a lemon that weighs over 11 pounds, much larger than a newborn, and you're getting close to this record-breaking lemon. According to Vital Statistics, it was grown by an Israeli farmer named Aaron. This lemon broke the record and sent clipboard clutchers into a fruity frenzy. Just look at this thing. Its measurements were 11.6 pounds, which is apparently heavier than a human head. It also had a 29-inch circumference and stood 13.7 inches tall, which is ridiculous, but it did break the previous record for the largest lemon, which was held by Ply, who weighed 8.6 pounds and stood since 1983. Are you inspired to grow an enormous pumpkin or massive strawberry? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to look at the other awesome videos on the screen, and I'll see you in the next video.